It's really good days as Chelsea fans and the time is really good. I hope you all are well and good. Big up to all of you. And Todd Boehly interview just came out 2 days back. I don't know when it was done, but it came 2 days back and I think it's time to dissect it. So before I give my opinion on it, first of all, let's see what the quotes come out and I picked some important quote. First one is about the growing the club and winning is an aspiration for that. So that's a really good thing to hear. That's the thing that came out of Todd Boehly's mouth, and these are the things that he has said here, which I fully agree with. We have to grow a club. Commercially, we have still been very down, even under the previous ownership. Commercially, something we have really been down for a long time. So I think that is where we have to grow. Whether you like it, whether you don't, Chelsea need to grow commercially. And I think, as I've always said, you can only grow commercially when you're regularly playing Champions League football, winning trophies, and that's the way for your club to grow all around the world. And that's good to hear that the ownership, at least in this regard, understand what is required. I think I was really afraid the only thing the Champions League football, but at least the statements are really correct. So this is something that I can agree with him, and it's good to hear these things. See, I'm not the person that will immediately flip-flop. I've always said this ownership have taken some decision which have been really drastic and they need to do better. I won't take away from that. This season solely is on the ownership, sporting directors, and last 2 years are solely upon them. We could have been at least some points above. We could have at least done something better. But I think the statements that are coming out are correct right now. But there are more statements to discuss. The second one is around Cole Palmer, which has caused some uproar, and some are really happy with it. And I don't know why there is uproar. I really don't understand why there is uproar, because this is not a wrong statement. Cole Palmer is Chelsea's biggest star boy right now. Our previous regime also, the star boys around the world were Drogba, Didier Drogba, Super Frank, Super John. We had absolutely top class players. See, it is not like ownership only has aimed to grow in USA, but the thing is, you need a top player to grow all around the country, and United States is one of the biggest countries in the world with one of the biggest sporting revenues, and I think you have to grow there. All other teams are increasing their fan bases there, and we need to do it. And right now, if you see the player quality in Chelsea, Cole Palmer is the best one to do that. So I don't know why this statement has caused an uproar. They're just praising Cole Palmer, and he's just saying that Cole Palmer will be the next one in the United States. He's such an amazing player. So I don't know why it's caused such an uproar. Like, he cannot just come here and say we want to win trophies and that all, but he's been very understandable. Cole Palmer will only increase his status around the world when he lifts trophies, when he continues the season. And this is really correct by the ownership. I don't know why some people are really uproar. They are thinking that the ownership meant that Cole Palmer, we only want to grow him as a brand. We don't want to win trophies. And I think that's fully wrong. Another quiz that come out is, I think Todd Boehly has been surprised by the reaction in terms of that he thinks that in 2.5 games everything has changed. And this is what they were trying to do, and it has finally come to fruition, which I have to disagree a bit. I think first of all, I agree with the statement that the 2 games have changed everything around Chelsea season. The football has been absolutely amazing. 2 games, scoring great goals. But we have to understand that we have 3 more games to go. And if we can win all the 3 games, then we can have a different talk. But 2.5 games should never describe the 38-game season. And we still right now are 7th in the league. Most probably a Conference League position, which is not good enough for a level of Chelsea Football Club, and it doesn't give you much money as well. Only 15 million around if you win the competition. That is not good. Chelsea need minimum Europa League competition, 30-40 million from Europa League, and that's minimum Chelsea should aspire. And we have 3 games left. Nottingham Forest, we've got Bournemouth left, and we've got the game against Brighton. Nottingham Forest is a tough game because they're fighting for relegation, but we should be beating Nottingham Forest. They're defensively leaky. We should be beating them away from home. We should be beating Brighton, who are right now not in a good form, and we should be beating Bournemouth at home. And I think if we can win those 3 games, and we will have a sample size of last 5.5 to 6.5 to 7.5 games, then that is good enough. But you cannot describe a season by 2.5, and you cannot say your plan has come to fruition. And hopefully, this is one thing I really want to say before I end this video. This is the only scare I've got, that hopefully ownership don't use this 2.5 games and think we can sign more 20-year-old players. I'm happy with the signing of Estava because he's a good talented player. But we already have Kendry Paez, we have Noni Madueke, we have Cole Palmer, Diego Moreira. We have so many players in that position, and this should be the last signing. I love Benjamin Sesko, he's a good talent, but I don't want us to sign him. I want a proven striker. Chelsea have enough youngsters right now in the squad. We need top quality players right now to elevate the squad. Hopefully, this is not where ownership is saying that we'll continue with the plan and this is working, because it is not. We finished 12th last year. We are still 7th this year. We have lost the Carabao Cup final, FA Cup semi-final, 2 years trophyless. Now we are sitting 7th in the league, and our rivals will only increase better next year. If we keep going with this program, we never know when we'll be back in the Champions League football, which is the ultimate goal of a football club if you want to be big brand around the world and earn big money. So hopefully that's the only worry I've got, that is, don't start thinking that the plan is work. It's not. 2.5 game doesn't change from the fact of two poor seasons under his ownership, the drastic approach, changing everything immediately. So that is the only worry, that's the only quid that worries me a bit. But hopefully, Todd Boehly means that he's surprised by the reaction, but they will have to improve in the summer because sporting directors, medical staff, even Poch, they all need to be questioned that why this season hasn't gone to the desired. Because if we finish the season with 60-61 points, that's not a really good season. This is my opinion. Please like, subscribe, and support the channel. Thank you. Wishing you the best.